Great questions. What really got me started is the love of my life. My queen, my wife of 27 years, her name is Jacqueline, and she, for our first 10 years of marriage, was having thyroid issues, anemia, gynecological issues with her menstrual cycle and what have you, all kinds of things going on. And so here I was focused on diabetes and helping individuals with diabetes not have amputations. And I thought, this amazing woman is the most important person to me in my life. And I'm 31 years old and I may lose her, right? This was a pretty serious issue. So I was looking for ways to help her and be able to accommodate and make her life better. And so in that process, I was studying everything possible. And I came across the fact that hydrogen regulates so many different systems in the body. And initially, I looked at water as a delivery vehicle for hydrogen gas into the body. And the first thing that people need to understand is that when their bodies are brand new, like a baby, you have the ability to produce hydrogen. Your body was created, engineered, whatever word you feel comfortable with, but you are supposed to be producing hydrogen in your gut, 10 to 12 liters of hydrogen gas per day. That's, farting, flatulence, right? So we're supposed to produce hydrogen, but the problem is, and I'm throwing out this number and I'm being kind because it's actually higher than this, but I would say 97% of the population have gut dysfunction to one level or another. And what does that really mean? It means the bacteria in the gut is out of balance. And if the bacteria is out of balance, then they're functioning on about 30% immune function, which my wife was. And so they're more susceptible to sicknesses. They're more susceptible to issues. They have oxidative stress, inflammation, all kinds of issues going on in the body because honestly, there's a lack of hydrogen. And that's what just blew my mind is when I began to research all the systems in the body that are regulated or modulated by hydrogen gas. It blew my mind, honestly. I was just like, what the heck? I've never ever heard of this in medicine. I've never heard of this. And so I began looking at studies, and there were not many at that time. Today, there are over 1,100 studies showing therapeutic effects with over 200 disease models. But that's simply because, again, if people's guts are not functioning, you don't have anaerobic microflora, and you don't have these amazing little bacteria that are within the anaerobic microflora family called hydrogen trophs. And these hydrogen trophs convert fiber and short chain and medium chain fatty acids that are in your food that you're supposed to be eating. If you had a gut that was functioning, you would have these hydrogen trophs, and these hydrogen trophs would convert fiber and fatty acids into hydrogen gas. You'd have hydrogen gas, and you would modulate oxidation and have no problems. But because we have disrupted gut function, we don't have the hydrogen. And so people end up with oxidative stress and inflammation, which is the leading cause of disease. And that's what got me doing what I'm doing.
That's fascinating. So, hydrogen trophs that are producing the hydrogen, and the hydrogen has multiple functions in the body, reducing oxidative stress, reducing inflammation, right? Are there other functions that the hydrogen has in the body?
Oh, everything. There's not one single system. Everything from HCl in your stomach, hydrochloric acid is part hydrogen, to ghrelin secretions. When we look at ghrelin, which is a master hormone in the body that goes to the hippocampus, the hypothalamus, and the brainstem to change plasticity, to modulate right and left brain, and to make sure that the brain is functioning and preventing neurologic issues. When we start looking at circadian rhythms, I'm just telling you, there is no system in the body that hydrogen is not active within.